What's up guys? I'm gonna show you guys my aim routine and how I warm up to play the game, and yeah, let's just go. So pretty much aim routines are good if you don't have the best aim. Obviously it's to get better. I don't think aim routines are necessary, but I do think it's helpful depending on how good or bad you are. I do think in-game modes are better for Valorant if you want to get better, because it'll put you in more realistic situations, especially like deathmatch. You'll get more used to the way enemies move and stuff. So personally, I mainly play deathmatch. I don't really do too much aim routine, but sometimes I will just because I'm bored and I want to get a high score or something, because aim labs is fun, but I think if you want to get better at Valorant specifically, I think playing deathmatch is definitely the best way to get better at aiming. Okay, so pretty much deathmatch is pretty much the best way to get actual fighting experience, I guess. You can work on fighting different angles and just experiencing different ways to fight in the game. It's not really like aim labs where you're just aiming at targets they're not real Valorant enemies. They're not emulating the gunplay and how you should move with your gun, which is I would say way more important than actually having insane aim. It's definitely the biggest part is if you're gonna peek an angle, you need to be able to work it with your crosshair and not never mind. You shouldn't take advices from me. So I think when you're playing deathmatch, I think you should literally 99% of the time focus on taking as many fights as possible. Don't be scared of taking a fight just because of the angle. Literally you should just run around and just try to fight people. It doesn't matter if they hear you, doesn't matter if they know you're there or not. The biggest thing to improve is to make it so you're in as many fights that you're at a disadvantage in. You don't want to take the fights that you should always win. You don't want to sit in corners and like this guy with the op and take a fight where you will never lose the fight. If I just sit here in this corner and I wait for some guy to run through this door, he doesn't even know I'm here, I will almost never lose this fight. There's a guy backside. I can walk on him and just kill him, but he has zero chance to ever fight me. So it's not a good fight in my opinion. It doesn't make you better at the game. But if you're running around and taking a lot of fights that are not necessarily good for you, you'll get better at the mechanics and how to actually peek angles, how to effectively use your gun, how to out move the opponents, rather than instead of just peeking and standing still and shooting, you'll know if you whiff or you miss that you have to move and dodge their bullets. It's also one of the biggest parts of the game where you see people move and they're moving crazy and they're just you just can't hit them. It's partially because of this, they're not scared in deathmatch and they're just running around and just trying to fight as many people as possible, and they get the experience of doing that. Whereas if you kind of limit yourself and you don't just run around, you won't ever get better. You have to push yourself to do things that you normally can't do. The biggest thing to improving is actually just playing a lot. For me, I never had bad aim because I always played video games, but I think in Valorant it's just playing the game a lot because it's a very specific game. I also think playing Guardian and Deathmatch is pretty good, just because it's it's pretty you just point and click on their head, and it's a better way to learn the movement in this game than playing Vandal is, I think. Because when you play Vandal you can just spray and kill people, but with Guardian you actually have to actively aim for the head. I think playing death matches with multiple guns is also good, just so you get used to using that gun. I wouldn't say you have to play a full death match with the gun. I just think if you're about to play a couple ranks, and if you win pistol you buy Bulldog a lot, maybe you should play 10 kills with Bulldog or something. I think it'd be decent, just so you can warm up how the gun feels. Obviously if you're used to it, like I am, when you just play the game a lot, you don't have to do it. But I think if you're not very good with a certain weapon, I definitely do think it is more beneficial than playing the range with the gun. Same thing with Ghost or Deagle or whatever. A lot of guns you have to, I wouldn't say aim differently, but you have to think about how you fight differently. With an op, you can peek a lot of things and hold a lot of aggressive angles, because if you just hit your shot, you win the fight. Whereas some guns you have to hit multiple shots and have to outposition, where if you play Ghost, you can't just really just not think about how you're peeking, how you're aiming out and stuff like this. Especially if you're in deathmatch playing against rifles, so it's definitely worth to play on different guns. I think obviously aim routines and stuff are different for everybody, and whatever you feel comfortable with, you should do. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is just playing hours of aim labs a day. I feel it's probably not good for your arm. But I definitely recommend if you want to get better at aiming in Valorant, you should play Valorant. I don't think things outside of the game will help you as much as just playing the game. Personally, I just play deathmatch, but I think like range, TDM, deathmatch, even like spike rush like is like better than like not playing Valorant at all and just aim training and then playing comp. Obviously, aim labs can help. It just depends on like what tasks you're doing and what you like are struggling with. Like if you're not comfortable with your sensitivity, then like that's obviously something you might want to use aim labs for, just to like get comfortable and get the muscle memory down. I think a cool thing that you can do like about aiming is just watch other players play. Like just see how they aim. Like a lot of people watch Valorant streamers or stuff and they watch how they play the game, but they don't understand what they're actually doing and why they're doing it. So I think if you want to get better at like aiming and movement, like just watch like a streamer, and like you can just learn a lot of things just by watching like they're just like small things, like how are they moving, like where they're aiming when they peek a certain angle, like and stuff like this. And even like pro players, it's the same thing. Obviously it's different in pro play than it is like for rank, but I think like just watching other players play the game, you can automatically like digest and learn new things without even, you know, actually playing the game. I hope this video helped you guys out. Buy the KC bundle. If you don't, I know you don't, so watch out. And yeah, I'm out.